Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 192. The album that we'll be reviewing this afternoon is Notorious B.I.G. with Life After Death, released in 1997. This album was released back in March 25th, 1997. That's like exactly 16 days after his unfortunate death. You guys should know who Biggie is. I'm not going to get into who he is. Everybody and their mother and their dog should know who Biggie is. If not, do your Googles, you know what I mean? I mean, he's plastered all over the media, the social media, movies. I mean, there's so much information about him out there. So I'm just going to get right into a little bit after, Ready to Die. After Ready to Die dropped, the album went gold, I believe. I think at first it went gold, and then I think years on it went platinum or whatever. I don't know how many times platinum it went. Then he dropped a single, like a 12-inch, like an independent 12-inch called Who Shot You. A lot of people were speculating that that's a Tupac diss and things like that. And then Tupac, did the song Hit 'Em Up off his album All Eyes on Me. I have to do a review on that album one day, but I don't have that albums, but definitely need to get my hands on that one day. I'm just being cheap and shit, so and then it's been going back and forth, and then until CNN and Mobb Deep responded with LA, responded back to the whole West Coast, because the Dog Pound dropped New York, knocking down the buildings, that all that disrespectful shit. So CNN bucked back, and that kind of thing, because they were like the only East Coast artists that went at the West Coast publicly. But there's been other MCs in the East Coast that responded back. Like I think Fat Joe responded back to them. I believe on his second album, Jealous One's Envy. I forgot the song. Jay-Z did a song called Dead or Alive, recorded around that time. But I believe it only came out like on a mixtape. I think it was on like a DJ Food tape or something like that. But it's called Jay-Z Dead or Alive. There's part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is him and Sauce Money, and the same thing with part 2. But it's the same beat and stuff like that. And then unfortunately in 1996, September 13th, Tupac passed away due to his wounds from the gunshots that he got from his gunshots and stuff like that. And Biggie felt, obviously he was sad and things like that. And started recording his album, things like that. The next thing you know, March 9th, he was in LA. He was I believe he was like either at a party or like a car museum or something like that. And all the different members of Bad Boy was in different vans and stuff like that. And then and it just so happens Biggie's van where he was in the SUV. Unfortunately, he got caught in the gunfire, in the gun shower, and then, that led to his demise, unfortunately, man. So, March 9th, passed away, but, his legacy lives on, and things like that, so. Alright, and then 2 weeks later, like I said, March 25th, 1997, this album dropped, and then, you know how I get down, I'm going through some of the tracks. The singles off this album are Hypnotize, More Money, More Problems, and Sky's the Limit. Those are the singles of the album. I believe this is the OG pressing, because I've seen other ones in stores where it's like it comes like in a single disc, but it comes with the 2 tracks. But I'm glad I have this version because it just looks more neat and more, even though it's bulky, but I kind of like it better. You know what I'm saying? It just looks nice and stuff like that. Kind of gives you that collector's item kind of feel to it, So, I'm going to go, how I get down, I'm going to go show you what the CD looks like. Alright. That's what the CD looks like. This is disc 1. I'll show you the back. You can see like a little bit of Biggie's face over here, you know, like with him in his top hat, you know. And then it comes with 2 booklets, one for each disc. This is for disc 1. I'm pretty sure you guys seen this picture before. Well, this is where it came from. This is pretty much the track list and things of that nature. Let me put the CD back. And then this is disc 2. Alright. So it looks like. Same picture again. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright. Let me take out the CD. That's what the CD looks like, the second disc. And then in the back of the CD case, as you can see, it's the rest of his face, pretty much. Pretty cool. That's what the back looks like. Alright. Guest appearance on the features on the album. The features are R. Kelly, LOX, Jay-Z, Angela Bush, Mace, Puff Daddy, Little Kim, 112, Too Short, Puff Daddy again, DMC of Run DMC fame, and that's pretty much it. Producers on the album. Producers on the album: Puffy, Nasheem Merrick, dope producer. Carlos July 6 Brody, dope producer as well. Derek D. Angelette, aka the Mad Rapper, excuse me. Ron Amin Ra Lawrence, pretty dope producer. Yeah, Amin Ra, dope producer. He did the beat for Jay-Z's what's that song, Where I'm From, off his second album, In My Lifetime. Pretty dope. DJ Premier, aka Primo, Darren Jones, Havoc Mob Deep, Easy Mo B. Shout out to Easy Mo B, one of my favorite producers. Shout out to Havoc, one of my favorites as well. July 6 again. Notorious B.I.G. D. Again. Stevie J. Shout out to Stevie J, man. Puffy, Nasheem Merrick again, Buck Wild. That's for the first disc. Let me do the second disc as well. Alright, Stevie J again, KG of Naughty by Nature fame, Puffy again, Easy Mo B again, Primo again, Puffy again, Clark Kent, D. again, July 6, RZA, and Puffy. Alright, those are the producers of the album. Alright, you guys know how I do. I'm gonna get down how I get down, go through some of the tracks. Like I said, this is gonna be part 1. This is gonna be for the first disc only. I might have to do a separate video for the second disc. I might do that today, I might do that tomorrow. It depends. So if you guys see me in different clothes, don't be shocked. Alright. Alright. Track 1 is the Life After Death intro. Pretty much leads off where if you guys heard the Ready to Die album, you guys know in the song, at the end of the song, you know, Biggie shoots himself. While he was on the phone with Puffy, they found his body, and yeah, they found his body. They found him, took him to the hospital. And then, you know, pretty much, you know, Puffy's like, yo, don't die on, pretty much just saying like, you don't die on me. You have so much to live for. We was unstoppable, that kind of thing. And, you know, that's pretty much what I got from the intro. So, and then at the end, you know, at the end of the skit, you know, hit a flat line and he dies and things like that. So, pretty unfortunate. Track 2, Somebody's Gotta Die Tonight. Pretty dope song right here. It pretty much is a revenge song. Pretty much, Biggie finds out from a mutual friend of his. Mutual friend of Biggie's, or a friend of Biggie's, pretty much found out a friend of theirs, which is mutual friends of both of those guys, found out that he got killed by, you know, some enemies of Biggie's and things like that. So he seeks revenge on that. So that's what I got from the song, Somebody's Gotta Die. Alright. Track 3, Hypnotize, I believe it's the first single of the album. It's one of his biggest songs in his whole career. I cannot stand that song. I fucking hate that song. I think that song is one of the most overrated songs in the world. I hate it with a passion. Anytime I hear the beat, it fucking makes me cringe. I get it, you play in a club, and yeah, of course, if I'm in a club, whatever, with my boys, have a couple of drinks, yeah, I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna listen to it, bob my head to it, dance to it, whatever, but it's not something I can listen to all the time. It's like that beat, like, oh my god, it's just, can't stand it. Ugh. That's Hypnotize. Track 4, Kick in the Door. That's produced by Primo. Very controversial song. Pretty much that's a diss track towards it's a response track to Jerry the Damage's One Day, but he's also going at Nas, Raekwon, and Ghostface. Just pretty much because Raekwon and Ghostface, because of in the skit Shark Biters on the Only Built for Cuban Links, they were saying like how niggas was biting off Nas's Illmatic cover, you know what I mean? Like come with your own shit, that kind of thing. Because if you guys know, We're Ready to Die, you got a picture of supposed Biggie's when he was a little kid, but I believe that was his son or whatever. I forgot who it was. I know somebody will comment in the comment box like you people usually do, and thank you guys for that, because I don't know everything. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. Yeah, so pretty much he's responding to the Shark Biters skit of the Only Built for Cuban Links. He's responding to J. Rule because of the song One Day off the Rap for the Math album, which pretty much and also the You Play Yourself song, You Playing Yourself, excuse me, where J. Rule's using the same beat as a Players Anthem, the same sample, but Primo flipped it, and they took it as a diss, but J. Rule said it wasn't really a diss. But the One Day was pretty much talking about Foxy Brown and Biggie and the whole Bad Boy, things like that, saying that how they're taking the hip hop game with the commercialized music and things like that. So he was kind of going after him and Primo too, because the line where he says you running with a whole bunch of dudes with a whole bunch of cum on them. I fucked up the lyrics, I know, but you guys know that line. If you guys look it up, the line where he says you running with a whole bunch of dudes with a whole bunch of cum in them. He's responding to Primo and J. Rule and things like that. And then the line where Biggie says about Raekwon, which is throw bleach in your eye with your ice water, for something like that. Like, I throw bleach in your eye in your water, some shit like that. So he's going at he's going at Ghostface and Raekwon over that line, and he's going at Nas because of the line, and I think the song The Message, I believe, or Street Dreams. I think it was either The Message or Street Dreams, where Nas said a line where it was like, there's only one king in New York or whatever, and then, at the time Biggie was, had the title King of New York, and he obviously took offense to that line, so he went back at Nas and things like that. So that's Kick in the Door. Definitely one of my favorite tracks off the album. Very dope. Track 5, Fuck You Tonight, featuring R. Kelly. I could have done without that song. It's a sex track. It's alright, man, but it definitely sounded like something that could have been on, the R. Kelly R album, which is a very dope album, very underrated album. Definitely need to get my hands on that. Yeah, that's Fuck You Tonight. Could have done without that song. Last Days, one of my favorite songs off the album. That was produced by Havoc. That's featuring the LOX, Lost, Jadakiss, Sheik Luch, and Styles P. The story with that song, Last Days, is Havoc made the beat for Biggie, for obviously with Biggie, but he lost the reels, he lost the dats, and Puffy was pissed off. He was like, yo, I paid this money and you lost the beat. He was, Havoc was saying like, yo, how he must have misplaced it, or somebody stole the dats and the reels, so he had to redo the whole song over, because he was saying like the original version of the beat that he did, it was a bit different. It was somewhat similar to what you hear on the album, but I think the arrangement was a little bit different. I would love to hear that version, but you know how that goes, man. You know, real the reels and shit like that. So good like trying to find that. You know what I mean? So I know that's just probably like long gone, but fucking dope song, dope posse cut. To me, Jadakiss to me had the best line. One of my favorite lines from him, I wrote it down, where he says, let me get a pen. Where he says, hearing you out is senseless. Perhaps, for instance, I give this faggot a French kiss, black gloves, no prints, dark tints. Word on the street, they ain't heard from him since. You know about life after kicking the kid in. Since me and my Maidan can flip seven. No, my midan can flip seven skridam. The floor is forbidden. Either you riding or you dying, cause we swinging iron. I mean, that's fucking dope. I mean, I really that was a dope line. That's like something that really stood out to me. I know I butchered up the lyrics, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, very dope track. I love the beat for that. Javi is definitely one of my favorite beat producers. You know what I mean? You guys know that. If you guys listen to my beats, you guys know like my influences is with him. Is like one of my Javi's one of my biggest influences. That was track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Track 6. All right, track 7. I Love the Dough, featuring Jay-Z and Angela Bush. That's pretty much sort of about their love for money and how they kind of defute the fact that money does actually make can actually buy happiness. You know what I mean? That's what I got from that track. Is like, because people always say like money can't buy happiness, but they're saying that it actually can, because like you don't have to worry about they have like the financial freedom. They don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about debt or anything like that. So kind of a braggadocious track, kind of like an egotistical track kind of thing. Pretty dope beat. It was done by Easy Mo beat. That was pretty cool. That could have been a single too, but unfortunately it never happened. That is track 7, I Love Dough. Track 8, What's Beef. Pretty dope song. In this song, he's talking about the dangers of having beef with somebody, where like people that you have beef with, you have to always watch it back. Just know that nobody's safe, though by any means necessary. Like the enemies, their motto is kind of like by any means necessary. You know what I mean? Where like they'll hurt a loved one, whether it's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your dog, your girlfriend, just to get to you. And that's what he talks about in Beef. What's Beef? So, give me a second. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's pretty much what he talks about in What's Beef. He's pretty much saying that you gotta watch it back, that kind of thing. Just know that nobody's safe, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's part of life, unfortunately. Excuse me, it's been going on since the day of time, since the beginning of time. You know what I mean? So, kind of fucked up, man. But that street life, man, it does not have rewards, man. Like, yeah, you might make money, fast, easy money. You might get the jewelry, you might get the cars, you might get the girls, anything like that. But there's always a price to pay. There's always gonna be jealous motherfuckers. With people, man, and that's just the way of life, man. And that's What's Beef. Track 9 is B.I.G. interlude. It's just pretty much Biggie rap doing like a short freestyle over the Schoolie D's PSK beat. Classic song right there, you know what I mean? Parkside Killer, shout out to Schoolie D. Just him rapping over that beat and stuff like that. Excuse me. Which brings us to our next track, More Money, More Problems, which was the second single of the album, which features Mace and Puffy, which kind of ties into the What's Beef. Pretty much talked about how the more money you have, the more problems you have. Like, you're gonna have people, being more jealous of you. When you make more money, your taste ends up becoming more expensive. Because there's people that always say that, if I make all this money, I'm not gonna spend as much money. But that's not always the case sometimes. Like, because, like I said, like, when you have the money, you feel like you're gonna have a surplus of money. Money never lasts long. You know what I mean? So you have to learn the value of a dollar. You have to learn how to secure your money, protect your money, invest your money, make sure you pay off your debts and things like that. And unfortunately, that's a lot of things that people don't really get today. And we all go through that. We all have debt. I'm pretty sure some of my viewers have debt, and I have debt. I mean, that's just part of life. You know what I mean? So, but it's just all about you taking care of that debt. And that's pretty much what I got from that joint right there. People being jealous, people gonna try to get at you, try to test you by any means necessary to get the money you have and whatever you have and things like that. So yeah, that's what I got from the joint. More Money, More Problems. Pretty cool track, you know what I mean? Definitely has like a very early 80s disco, post-disco kind of vibe to it. I forgot the sample that was used, but everybody's heard that song before. I think that song came out like in 81, I think. I forgot the name of the song that they sampled. But yeah, that's More Money, More Problems. That was the second single off the album. Track 11, Niggas Bleed. Pretty dope track. It's just pretty much a revenge track. That's pretty much what I got out of it. Yeah, it's like, it's a revenge track, that kind of thing. But also, he's actually talking about him and his man's robbing drug dealers and that kind of thing. And, you already know how that goes down. Like, you rob a drug dealer, expect the consequences that come with it. They're going to try to get at you, and not in a good way either. And it just shows about, robbing drug dealers, breaking bread with their boys, breaking off a piece of the money, what they robbed to their team and things like that. That's pretty much what I got from that joint, Niggas Bleed. That's a pretty dope track. And track 12, I Got a Story to Tell. This is a very controversial track because this was produced by Buck Wild. It's supposedly a true story, but it's about Biggie having an affair with one of the girlfriends of a basketball player of the New York Knicks. For years, a lot of people thought he was talking about John Starks of the New York Knicks. But in 2015, Fat Joe revealed that he was actually talking about. Well, he was saying that how the story was true, but it wasn't John Starks. It was actually Anthony Mason. Rest in peace to Anthony Mason. So I don't know. That's kind of crazy though, man. But it is what it is with that. Yeah, pretty dope beat. It's just kind of crazy though, man. But Biggie had that ill game, son. But yeah. So that's pretty much a disc 1. I'm gonna cut it short. Let me know what you guys think of the review. Yeah, man. I know you guys been asking me to do this review for years. Finally did it. Like I said, there's a time and place for everything. Let me know what you guys think. All right, stay tuned for part 2, disc 2 of Life After Death. Y'all be easy. Peace.